don't freaking know.
Was I wearing a Toy Story shirt? I don't
Probably.
know. Probably.
You had that toy. You wore that Toy Story shirt to the
event. Yes.
I thought I had one, but I could not find it.
That's
We would have been like
unfortunate.
super matching. We were matching at the Avatar premiere. It was mad cute.
We were.
Green.
Yes, and you know what's funny? That's our second premiere wearing green together.
What was the other one?
We wore green together to the Zootopia 2 premiere.
That's what it was.
So
That's what it was.
look at us, we're kind of matching.
I was not prepared for either of those premieres.
How so?
Supergirl, I left LA without an outfit.
Oh, that's right. You kind of bought it out
So
there.
I had the red shirt like shipped to LA, and then Drew, the winner of the game show, like flew out with it, and then I had to go buy shoes, and then I just wore black jeans, and then I didn't have time. So Avatar, I came home, and I just found something that was the correct color.
Yeah.
It's Earth season 2, so
absolutely.
it worked.
You nailed it.
Yeah,
Because I was prepared, and we were wearing the same thing. So if anything, it looks really good how impromptu you are.
My selection is small, but it happened to work. It happened to work.
It absolutely worked. You look great.
Supergirl.
We are going to talk Supergirl right now. We're obviously going to start with our scores out of 10 and then briefly talk non-spoilers as much as we can.
Yeah.
And then really the movie will be out when this comes out, so we're not going to feel too bad about getting into the nitty-gritty, getting into the full spoilers.
Are we posting it tomorrow?
We are.
What time?
Did you want to post it today?
No. What time are we posting it tomorrow?
3 a.m.?
Yeah, but the movie doesn't come out till Thursday night. So technically this will be out for like a day.
There are people seeing it tonight, Wednesday night, because that's like the early
special
fan screenings. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't feel bad about it.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Thursday.
Because I know they're doing that for Spider-Man. There's some on like the 29th.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're just going to, but
We will clearly mark the spoilers.
absolutely. But also be wary. I would love for our clippers to like clip this a little bit. I think we're really good about
I was about to say this.
spoilers. I think we're really good about like when we do our non-spoiler reviews, we don't really spoil anything major. I think we're really good about that. But when you watch our reviews, there is still stuff we say. I saw some comments on our Toy Story review or something, a couple of the last reviews where it was like, your non-spoiler section is not spoiler-free.
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that, but also, if you don't want to go into the movie if you want to go into the movie knowing nothing, do not watch the review until after.
That's obvious. But what I was going to say was, I think we're pretty good about clearly marking, especially on TikTok and spoilers and everything.
Yeah.
And again, we love all of our clippers. If you clip our stuff, mark it as spoilers for everyone. We are very against spoiling stuff for people. Someone clipped some of our Toy Story stuff from the Patreon.
Yes.
And I opened it up and like all the comments were like, spoiler alert. And I was like, that's not our page. We can't always control that. But if you do like our show and you do like being part of the community, just spoiler warning it. Add it as a text or add us saying like, hey, spoiler warning, something like that.
Yeah, because that's what we do for every clip.
Yeah, we start it with spoiler warning. Yeah.
Exactly. Like you'll see in the middle of this, we're just going to go, spoiler warning for Supergirl, and then you're going to see that in every single clip we post.
Yeah.
So that's a great point. Thank you for saying that. But still with everything, like, don't watch the review until after you see the movie. If you want to go into a blind, that's what I would always do. You know what I'm saying? A movie reviewer I watched all of my life was Chris Stuckman.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Stuckman had his spoiler review was one video, and his non-spoiler review was the earlier video. He still talked about things. I knew that Canto Bite was his least favorite part of Last Jedi before I saw Last Jedi, because he was like, there's a sequence in the middle with the casino planet, and it really doesn't work for me. That's not really spoiling it, but I knew that there was a casino
going
planet.
In and be like, oh, in the middle.
I know that this was Chris Stuckman's least favorite part, so I'm probably not going to like it either.
I don't read any reviews, with spoiler or not. So, it just depends on what you want.
Exactly. So just wanted to say all those things, but good call out for the spoilers as well. Let's hop into it, Supergirl, ladies and gentlemen. We've got our second movie in the DCU. We're about to give our scores out of 10. Andrew, what do we rate Supergirl out of 10? You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. 6 out of 10.
6.5.
Please.
Yeah. So this specific didn't fully land for me, but there are plenty of positives for this movie and for the universe at large, if you think of it like that. So there's plenty of good and bad to talk about. So like if you're seeing this on TikTok, go to Spotify or YouTube to see, like we talk about all the positives and all the negatives fully. There, but I definitely don't think it's perfect.
Yeah,
and I want it to be a little higher on it.
Yep.
But I'm glad I got to see it. And you guys should definitely go see it. If you're interested in Supergirl or DC at all, or superhero movies at all, definitely go see it. Go see it in the theaters. But yeah, I would give it around the 6.
Yes.
6 to 7.
I've been dying to hear your opinion.
Yeah.
Because of something I'm going to really highlight here. I'm really surprised by your score.
You thought I was going to be higher?
Yes. Because the only reason I am low on this movie, I'm not low on it, I don't think for any other reason, is that for the first time since the existence of this podcast, we are reviewing a superhero project based on a book in a way that we have never had. Yes, Superman, it pulls from All-Star Superman, it pulls from this story, it pulls from this story. No. Supergirl, the movie, is an adaptation of Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Same villain, Ruthie's the main character. Supergirl goes on a very similar arc. It's a very similar story. And very much Supergirl, it's like the way we talk about the Harry Potter movies. And there are some really high highs for me in the movie, and there are some great stuff in the movie, but constantly throughout the movie, I'm looking at something going, God, this is so much better than the book.
Yeah.
And so even the highest highs, for me, and we'll get into it in spoilers, my favorite scene in the movie is something that doesn't occur in the book.
Okay.
But for me, so many of the scenes where I'm like, yeah, I should be really high on this, it's just like, the book does it way better.
Yeah.
And I thought that you were going to be higher on this movie because you haven't read the book yet. But I saw this movie as like a Goblet of Fire situation, where Harry Potter Goblet of Fire is one of the most popular Harry Potter movies for people that haven't read the books. Our friend, I say friend loosely, by the way, because I hate this guy, Christ.
The worst.
The worst.
Real bad at trivia, too.
Awful at trivia, awful human being, awful content. I don't respect him.
Go send him lots of hate.
So much hate.
Just kidding.
This is one of our dearest friends.
We love him.
But Chris, ooh, awful opinions, by the way. I can't believe we didn't mention that. The worst opinions in our industry.
Connor.
I honestly think Chris is getting worse.
What?
Chris said something to me the other day that was so appalling.
What was it?
I'll have to share with you off air.
Oh, okay.
It was awful.
Okay.
Anyway, Chris,
think he was that bad.
terrible guy, awful. Don't say anything nice to him. If you see him in the street, beat him up. We are pro abuse.
Abuse Chris Pazaya.
Good callback. So Chris, like Goblet of Fire is his favorite or second favorite Harry Potter movie. He hasn't read the books. That's a popular thing that I hear among people. It's like Goblet of Fire is a favorite for people that haven't read the books. But then for people that have read the books, I see it consistently ranked as one of the worst Harry Potter movies because of, yeah, you do a lot of this fun stuff from the book, the Triwizard Tournament, Cedric, Voldemort coming back, all this. But it's like, God, this is done better in the book, and this is done better in the book, and this like the whole thing, every plot point is seemingly done better in the book. That's how I feel about Supergirl versus Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow by Tom King. It's like, yeah, I like this, I like this, I like this, I like this, but God, I love it in the book, and I love it in the book. And so it's like,
What do you think the score would be if the book didn't exist?
I'm closer to, I think I would have given it a 7 or an 8. Yeah. That's why I'm so surprised by your score, and that's why I wanted to hear.
Yeah, well, I want to read. I want to read the book.
Yes.
I purposely didn't read it beforehand because
Yes.
I had heard some of these things.
Yes.
And I didn't want to read the book and then like kind of ruin the movie for me beforehand. So I watched it without having read. I'll probably read now.
Yep.
Maybe on all of my flights.
Yeah. Yeah.
But do you want to do any general positives or negatives other than that before we go into spoilers?
Yeah. I think that there's a couple things that we can absolutely talk about, whether it's the movie or promotion of the movie or other things that I think we could talk about without getting into spoilers. For starters, despite, our lower scores for Supergirl, even though it's obviously a positive score with a 6 out of 10 for both of us, that's still a higher than a 5. So it's better than average.
I'm glad that I saw the movie. If it's lower than a 5, I feel like I have wasted my time. That's how I kind of feel.
Sure.
Yeah.
I want to say that I do think 2 movies in the DCU has still clearly started better than the MCU, even after giving Supergirl a 6 out of 10. Because the MCU starts with Iron Man, which is a great movie.
And then Hulk.
I clearly prefer Superman. And then I think Hulk is dog shit, one of the worst MCU movies ever. Easily bottom 3 for me, maybe bottom 2. And I think Supergirl's like a 6 out of 10. I think Supergirl would be a middle of the pack MCU movie.
Yeah, I think we're doing a fan segment in the next episode, and
Yeah.
I think someone asked us to rank Supergirl within MCU Phase 1.
I think it's kind of high, to be honest.
No, I disagree.
You take Hulk over Supergirl?
I think they're close. But I'm higher on Hulk than you.
When was the last time you rewatched Hulk?
I rewatched Hulk when...
Brave New World?
No.
I rewatched it before Brave New World, and I was like, oh, fuck. This is terrible.
No, it's just kind of there. I don't think it's terrible.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I think Iron Man's better. I think First Avenger is definitely better. And then it's probably right in there with, Thor.
Yeah, so I'd take it better than Thor or Iron Man 2.
I want to rewatch Thor. I think I remember Thor a little less. But yeah, it is interesting seeing the starts of... Because I did come out of it, and we were like, well, we obviously prefer Superman.
Yep.
Over Supergirl.
Obviously.
Yeah, there are some people at the premiere who saw the movie who said that they preferred Supergirl over Superman.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but there was one friend, Aiden, who said he gave Supergirl like an 8.5 and he liked it more than Superman. So it's definitely possible. But yeah, it's still such a great... The reason I said that there's still plenty of positives about this movie and for the universe at large is because one of the positives that we've talked about for the DCU is that they're trying all this different stuff.
Yes.
Supergirl has such a different feel than Superman. And they make that abundantly clear in like the first 3 seconds. You know what I mean? And it's this very punk rock, Guardians of the Galaxy-esque space flick as opposed to the very grounded positive hope vibes of Superman. Very, very different. And then obviously we're getting Clayface and we're getting a Lanterns TV show. And that's one of the positives is that this kind of expands the universe. Supergirl expands this universe and introduces you to things like all these different aliens and planets and Lobo. And, in the first phase of the MCU, did we get that? No, it was very different. Everything was on Earth. Iron Man, Thor a little bit.
Sure.
But I feel like Supergirl does that a lot more.
Absolutely.
Does it a lot more.
Yeah.
We don't really get that until Guardians, which is in phase 2, I think. So.
Yeah. Well, let me build on what you're saying. I'm so sorry. I thought I was going to sneeze.
It's okay. It happens.
Let me build on what you're saying, but let me build on it in a negative way.
Sure.
Supergirl is a distinctly different movie than Superman. And I totally understand and respect what the DCU is doing by doing that. They're like, all of our movies are going to be distinctly different. I think that's cool. But this movie is on track to be a massive flop, unfortunately. I don't know what the exact numbers are, but it is tracking to do similar numbers opening weekend to The Flash and The Marvels, which are the 2 biggest superhero flops in the existence of the podcast, maybe in the existence of superhero movies, period, which is obviously a tremendous disaster 2 movies in for the DCU. And I just think that they are in this weird middle ground with the marketing of this movie where they feel like they are forced to market it similar to Superman because Superman is very popular with audiences and stuff like that. But then it isn't similar to Superman at all. So they also have to market that side of it. And it's this weird limbo. What do you think of that take? Where it's this weird limbo where it becomes a movie that's been very hard to market. And therefore, I don't think the marketing has resonated with audiences clearly if this is the turnout they're expecting.
I don't know. I feel like there could be a lot of different reasons for that. I think they handled the marketing okay. I mean, going in, we kind of knew it was going to be different. You know what I mean? But at the same time, that's a spoiler. I can't really say that. I see what you're saying, though.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
And then just the last thing in that regard is, Supergirl... Do you have like a comparison for like a movie that you think is like of a similar quality? Because for me, I walked out of Supergirl the first time, and maybe I didn't feel this way the second time, but I didn't really see any of these movies a second time. But to me, Supergirl feels very Captain Marvel, very Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like one of those MCU movies that was coming out in the era where everything was banging, where it was like, yeah, that's not that great. That's kind of mid before the word mid was like popularized.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel about Supergirl. It's just a lot more devastating to have that 2 movies into a universe rather than 22.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, you like it better than Hulk, and Hulk was the second movie of the MCU, and they did just fine.
Sure.
And I don't think Hulk was the lowest grossing movie for the MCU until the Marvels came out.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Less than Captain America? I remember.
Yeah.
First Avenger not doing well.
I'm pretty sure the Incredible Hulk was the lowest grossing.
You might be right.
But what was the question?
What movies would you...
Yeah, no, I think the Captain Marvel... Do you like it a bit more than Captain Marvel? I think I like it more than Captain Marvel.
You're right. Hulk is the second lowest grossing. I don't know if they'll like it more than Captain Marvel.
I'm asking you.
I don't. I think they're the same.
Yeah, they're about the same. Okay.
No, Captain Marvel's a bit worse in ways.
Yeah.
I definitely had I don't know.
I think Ant-Man, I think I like Ant-Man and the Wasp more.
For sure. I understand that.
But yeah, probably in that range. Before we get into some positives, I think Connor mentioned this in his review. Did you see the Variety review of this movie?
No.
Well, there's two things that I want to point out. I'm going to read the first part of it. This is the opening paragraph. That said, they talk about Superman at the start. And they say, that said, there was one thing about Superman that perhaps the whole world could agree on, and that 12-minute long argument between Clark Kent and Lois Lane, the moment when Clark made the case that Superman's wholesome valor was punk rock, that was cringe.
Ooh.
The second you call anything punk rock, it has ceased in that moment to be punk rock. It has instead become lame, and Superman calling what he does punk rock is super cringe. And then they go on to say that this entire movie is trying to be punk rock and is failing, and therefore it's cringe. And that's like the premise of the article. Wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Punk Rocker, that song, was like the most used sound on TikTok in July.
Do you know how many edits with millions of views start with that line?
Yeah.
Also,
the point of the line is that he's a dweeb. Also.
Yes.
Like, he's like, maybe that's the real punk rock. Like, he's not trying to be cool there. It's like a sweet moment.
It's sweet, and he's just trying to show his outlook on the world. And
how out of touch.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, I understand if you have that take, but to say that perhaps the whole world could agree on this?
No.
What? You are in the minority there, I think.
Yes.
But they go on to say in this article that it is the worst written superhero movie that they can remember. I also think that is a little harsh. I have some problems with the writing, but like Madam Web,
yeah,
Craven,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Morbius, Venom: The Last Dance, maybe So, hold your horses there, person who doesn't like punk rock.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah. One positive I can say before we get into spoilers.
Yeah.
Millie Alcock.
Yeah.
She's great.
She's spectacular.
She's really, really good in this movie. And I think if people are negative on this movie, they might come out saying she can't be a lead, like she's not a good lead. I don't necessarily think that it's true. You know what I mean?
I agree.
I think Millie and this character can be lead. I think there's a lot of good stuff there, and I think she does a really good job.
Yeah.
And she has this warm center that's like you can tell that she can be Supergirl.
Yeah.
But she's still working on some stuff, and that's good for this character in this movie, and I think she does a good job with that.
I completely agree. Another positive, Jason Momoa, I imagine.
Yeah.
He's exactly what you want from him
Jason
and expect
Momoa.
him to be.
Yeah, he's
like it's so...
Lobo is good.
Lobo is good. Lobo is fun.
Lobo is good in Supergirl.
Lobo does not exceed expectations, though. He's exactly what you expected to a T.
Which is good.
Every
time he came on screen, I was a little bit more entertained than I was the second prior.
Yes, agreed.
Because it's Lobo and it's Jason Momoa.
Yes. Another positive. David Cornsweet is the best casting for any superhero ever, maybe?
That is the paragraph that I wrote the most in positives is David Cornsweet is such a joy.
He is such a joy.
It's so good to have him as the face of the franchise.
He's incredible.
And I don't want to take away from like the Supergirl
it feels so bad.
movie and the Millie Alcock, her performance, which is obviously amazing.
The biggest positive from Supergirl is Superman.
and talk about Superman's cameos, but gosh, I wanted more.
I want everything. He needs to be in everything.
Yeah.
He should have been Peacemaker. It would have been better.
Yeah.
It's just...
Yeah. But I'm glad that everything's tied in so well already.
Yeah. The DCU is so much better for
having him.
For sure. Thank God. Oh my gosh, he's amazing.
The costume and creature design was really, really good.
Yeah.
I liked that a lot. What's his name? Krem
of the Yellow Hills.
He looks interesting. You can kind of remember his face.
Yeah.
they're going a bunch of different places, a bunch of different
Sure.
space bars.
Yep.
Every space bar has a weird creature. The
Yep.
one that, asks her to dance or whatever, that one's
Yep.
weird. The ones that are in the bus, those look great. So I thought all of them were designed really well in all the costumes. And like I remember multiple different types of aliens throughout the movie,
Yep.
and I like that.
Screecher is a really fun one.
Yeah.
The Screecher design, which opens its mouth like this, that's the one. It's on the bus.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good one. I would like to talk about this before we get into spoilers.
Okay.
It's not a positive.
Okay.
I think that this is a difficult movie to have done so early in the DCU. I just feel like I understand the excitement because Woman of Tomorrow, the book, it came out in like 2021. Like I remember reading it pretty recently. Like it's I understand reading that book, and that's probably like the Supergirl comic. It's incredible, and being like, we have to adapt this immediately. But the movie is not good enough. Supergirl is not good enough to like get defended hard enough that it is going to need to get defended as, like we did for Superman, against the people that are going to automatically hate this. And the people that are automatically going to hate this, you could describe them many ways, whether it's because it's a woman-led superhero movie or whether it's because they're Snyder fans and they want James Gunn's DCU to go away or whatever. But like this movie has a lot of guns pointed at it. And unfortunately, like Superman had a lot of guns pointed at it. But there were people like us that loved it enough, and people like on the internet that loved it enough that we went to bat for Superman constantly, and we still do. Supergirl isn't going to have that, right? If we have a guest on the show that's like, yeah, Supergirl's the worst movie I've ever seen in my life, we're going to be like, no, what about Madam Web? And then that's going to be the conversation. Versus if somebody came on the podcast and said that about Superman,
We'd abuse them.
We would abuse them. So it is unfortunate, like this movie is in a really tough spot, and I really wanted to touch upon that.
Sure.
It's just when Marvel started taking those kind of swings, even though I didn't love Captain Marvel, I walked out